Good morning, children. Shanu Shanarthi. Today you are going to observe some graphs and you are going to answer it. And some graphs you are going to draw. This is from exercise 3.3. First question. Use the bar graph to answer the following questions. A. Which is the most popular pet? Solution. The most popular pet is cat. B question. How many students have dog as a pet? Observe the graph, children, and then you answer to this question. Yes, 8 students have dog as a pet. Still more questions you can answer, children. Observe the graph carefully. How many students have rabbit as a pet? Solution. 2 students have rabbit as a pet. How many students have hamsters as a pet? You are right, children. 5 students have hamsters as a pet. Let's move to the next question. Second question. Read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. Let's answer to the given questions one after another. First one. About how many books were sold in 1989, in 1990 and in 1992. Solution. Number of books sold in 1989 is equal to 180 approximately. In 1990, 475 approximately, and in 1992, 225 approximately. Here accurate values they not given, children, so we are considering all approximately. Okay. Second question. In which year were about 475 books sold? About 225 books sold. Solution. In the year 1990, about 475 books were sold. And in the year 1992, about 225 books were sold. Observe the graph, children. For every question, you answer to me after observing it carefully. Third question. In which years were fewer than 250 books sold? Fewer than means less than 250. Okay. In which year were fewer than 250 books sold then? Solution. Fewer than, which is nothing but less than 250 books were sold in the years 1989 and 1992. Fourth question. Can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? Solution. In the year 1989, the number of books sold is equal to 180 approximately. We can see in the bar graph that the number of books sold in the year 1989 is less than 200 but greater than 175. Third question. Number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. Observe the given data, children. Number of children in 5th standard is 135. Number of children in 6th 120. Number of children in 7th 95. Number of children in 8th is 100. Number of children in 9th standard is 90. And number of children in 10th standard is 80. A question. How would you choose a scale? Solution. We start the scale from 0. The greatest value of data is 135. So, end the scale at a value greater than 135 such as 140. Use equal distance along axis. Axis is a plural form of axis. Okay, children. Here, we take 1 unit for 10 children. Observe the graph carefully, children. Here, horizontal axis is called x-axis and vertical axis is called y-axis. On x-axis, I am going to consider classes 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. And on y-axis, I am going to consider number of children. As I explained in the first question itself, I am going to take 1 unit is equal to 10 children. Then 10 to up to 140 I am going to write upon it. Still more you can write. Neatly you should draw the graph, children, by leaving equal space between the bars. Okay. 5th standard 135, 6th standard 120, 7th standard 95, 8th standard 100, 9th standard 90 and 10th standard 80. After representing it, whether you written scale or not once you check, children. Yes, must and should we have to write scale. On x-axis, 1 unit is equal to 1 class we considered, and on y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 10 children. Now you observe the graph carefully and answer to the given questions. First one, which class has the maximum number of children and the minimum? Solution, from the graph, 5th class has maximum number of children and 10th class has minimum number of children. Let's answer to the next question, children. Find the ratio of students of class 6 to the students of class 8. Solution, from the graph, number of students in 6th class is equal to 120. Number of students in 8th class is equal to 100. Therefore, the required ratio is equal to 120 divided by 100, which is equal to 120 divided by 100 means in this I strike out 0, 0, numerator and denominator. Then 12 by 10 remained. 12 divided by 10 I have written. Now 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12. We can strike out, which is equal to 6 divided by 5, which is nothing but 6 ratio 5. Therefore, the ratio of students of class 6th to the students of class 8 is equal to 6 ratio 5. Fourth question. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Observe the given data, children. Subject, English, Hindi, Maths, Science and SST. First term marks for 100. 67, 72, 88, 81 and 73. Second term marks 70, 65, 95, 85 and 75. Means it is complete details of a student performance in first and second term. Okay. By observing this data, now you are going to answer for some more questions. First question, in which subject has the child improved his performance the most? Means in which subject the student scored more than the first term marks. Okay. Second question, in which subject is the improvement the least? Less improvement in which subject? That also you have to find. Third question, has the performance gone down in any subject? Means compared to first term, in second term, in any subject the child took less marks or what you have to find. Now, first you have to draw a double bar graph. Observe the graph carefully, children. Horizontal axis is called x-axis. On x-axis, we are going to consider subjects. Vertical axis is called y-axis. On y-axis, we are going to consider performance of a student. While drawing double bar graph, children, first term we are going to draw differently and second term we are going to draw differently. Why do you know? To identify easily which is the first term performance and which is the second term. Easily you can compare. First, English subject 67, 70. Here little increased, observe in the graph. And second subject is Hindi. In Hindi subject starting 72 and second term 65 means here it is decreased. In mathematics subject first term 88, second term 95 means here it is increased. In science subject in first term 81, second term 85. Here also increase we can observe. In SST 73, 75. So here also it increased. Observe whether you written scale correctly or not. On x-axis, 1 unit is equal to 1 subject you considered or 2 units is equal to 1 subject. Yes, 2 units is equal to 1 subject you considered. And on y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 10 marks. Now you start answering to the given questions. In which subject has the child improved his performance the most? Solution. In English, above I written first term, second term children means first term to second term. Whether it is increased or decreased, we are going to write. In English subject, 67 to 70. 3 marks increased. In Hindi subject, 72 to 65. Here it is decreased children. How many marks decreased? 7 marks decreased. In mathematics, 88 to 95. 7 marks increased children. In science, 81 to 85. 4 marks increased. In SST, that is social science, 73 to 75. 2 marks increased. Therefore, in mathematics, the child has improved his performance the most. Second question. In which subject is the improvement the least? Is it? The solution is in social science. The child has improved his performance the least. Third question. Has the performance gone down in any subject? Solution. Yes. The performance has gone down in Hindi. Fifth question. Consider this data collected from a survey of a colony. Favorite sports: cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey, athletics. Watching: 1240, 470, 510, 430, 250. And participating: 620, 320, again 320, 250, 105. First question. Draw a double bar graph choosing an appropriate scale. What do you infer from the graph? Means, what do you infer from the bar graph? Second question. Which sport is most popular? Third question. Which is more preferred, watching or participating in sports? First question. Let's draw double bar graph children. On horizontal axis, that is x-axis, we are going to consider favorite sports. And on vertical axis, that is on y-axis, we are going to consider number of persons or number of people. Okay? Observe the graph children. 1240 were watching and 620 were participating. It is of game cricket. Next one, basketball. 470 were watching, 320 were participating. Swimming, 510 were watching, 320 were participating. In hockey, 430 were watching, 250 were participating. In athletics, 250 were watching and 105 are participating. Observe the scale children. How we considered? On x-axis, 2 units is equal to 1 sport. On y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 100 persons. Observe the graph and answer to the next questions children. Which sport is most popular? Yes, most popular sport is cricket. Next one. Which is more preferred, watching or participating in sports? It's true. Watching is more preferred than participating. Sixth question. Take the data giving the minimum and the maximum temperature of various cities given in the beginning of this chapter, table 3.1. That table I already considered here children. Observe it. Plot a double bar graph using the data and answer the following. Which questions you have to answer? Let's see. First question. Which city has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature on the given date? Second one. Which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Third question. Name 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Observe the double bar graph children. We are going to consider on horizontal axis, that is x-axis, cities, and on vertical axis, that is on y-axis, temperature. Ahmedabad 38 degrees Celsius and 29 degrees Celsius. Maximum is 38, minimum is 29. Okay. And next city, Amritsar 37 degrees Celsius is the maximum temperature. 26 degrees Celsius is the minimum temperature. And Bangalore 28 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees Celsius. Chennai 36 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius. Delhi 38 degrees Celsius and 28 degrees Celsius. Jaipur 39 degrees Celsius, 29 degrees Celsius. Jammu 41 degrees Celsius is maximum, 26 degrees Celsius is minimum. And Mumbai 32 degrees Celsius is maximum temperature and 27 degrees Celsius is minimum temperature. Scale. On x-axis, 2 units is equal to 1 city we considered, and on y-axis, 2 units is equal to 10 degrees Celsius temperature we considered. Now, let's answer to the next questions. First one, which city has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature on the given date? They gave a particular date, children, that is 26/2006. On that particular date, which city has largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature? Solution. Jammu has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature on the given date. Second question. Which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Solution. Jammu is the hottest city and Bangalore is the coldest city. Third question. Name 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Solution. Bangalore and Jaipur, or you can consider Bangalore and Ahmedabad. Actually, Mumbai has the least difference between its minimum and maximum temperature. But in question they asked name 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. So you can consider Bangalore and Jaipur or Bangalore and Ahmedabad. Because Bangalore has 28 degrees Celsius as maximum temperature, but Jaipur and Ahmedabad has 29 degrees Celsius as minimum temperature. So, we can consider Bangalore and Jaipur or Bangalore and Ahmedabad are the 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Thank you.